Welcome to the first installments of Mind ReMapping, the cognitive positioning system. Be and live the dreams that they won't see coming. And be so creatively removed from reality that the mind has no choice but to come out of hiding. Mind ReMapping posits that there are 7 properties of time that create our minds. These properties are progressive bandwidth sharing, but not exacting the correspondence of the 5 states of gamma, alpha, beta, theta, and delta waves in brain activity that orbit in the mind. It is called the circle of the 7th, and its properties are earth, creativity, thinking, thought, intuition, instinct, and the abstract or dream state. It denotes that, just like our solar system, that there are orbital rings of time, marking trajectories of our cognitive function that circle a central idea. The mind's cognitive function is a position system, remapping the 4th dimension. Each position are locations in the mind, similar to the constellations of our stars. Everything that determines our reality in the mind is controlled by these principles. Time is the common denominator of all things. Time is not what we observe on a clock, nor on a calendar, for they are only time's reference, not its true encompassed meaning. Time itself are the invisible quantum realms of rhythm, and each rhythm are cycles creating the harmonic or disharmonic patterns of interference which control this interface we call reality. Mind remapping is a concept of opening time through spatial awareness and consciousness by stimulating creativity. This temporarily negates thinking and thought, so our minds can observe the world without limitation, allowing us to paint new landscapes of reality. The first rule to opening the constellations of the mind is not to trust your thoughts, nor to trust your thinking. Thoughts and thinking keep us locked within the bandwidth of our beliefs that only accept physical planes of existence. We instead should elevate the mind into stratospheres of its consciousness. Our thoughts and thinking are the gatekeepers of this world, and we as collective minds keep these gravitational fields of reality alive. By switching off our thoughts, we switch off their rose-colored perceptions, thus, the mind's eye be clear. Thought and thinking are only as good as the beliefs which augments awareness. Therefore, take no thought, but pay attention to the rhythms of nature. The practice, where we take no thought, is called the empty mind. A mind that is empty, and thinks, and is free to perceive all that is, all that was, and all that is yet to pass, but the mind does this all at once, for in this realm, the paradigm of time becomes a sphere. The sphere is all properties of time, expanding across 3 axes. However, the 4th axis is an imagination that perceives the entirety of any perception in a single frame of spherical time, and the only way to conceptualize these perceptions is not to think. When the mind unthinks, it inverts time into a progressive silence. This replaces daily life with a 360-degree worldview of unimaginable creativity. The deeper into levels of quietude we are able to navigate time. Our minds are a function of quantum entanglements. Over expanses of 4 dimensions it is able to connect each of its orbiting properties, which is influenced by a central genesis. Your soul. When we focus our energy toward thoughts and thinking alone, we reinforce their fields of quantum entanglement that dominate 5 of the remaining 7 properties of the mind. Creativity becomes dormant, intuition and instinct are neglected, we detach from nature and the abstract of our dreams fade away. The mind is a network of quantum entanglements. At speeds of resonance in light and sound, it connects each of its orbiting properties to their central genesis. The sun. Entanglement means that any number of quantum properties can simultaneously influence each other over vast fields of space and time, that in this instance is a mind remapping the past, present, and future as recurring cycles, corresponding to the 7 positions of cognitive orbital navigations. This means that we all have been here before, and that we are captured in a loop we cannot see. Any present thoughts or thinking we have right now are instantaneously influenced from a past that equally influences any number of futures without us ever being there, or being aware that we are only using 16% of our minds to see realities far greater than our beliefs that we could ever imagine. This anomaly of the future past is inspired by the central star of our genesis, as realities waiting for us. We are in a nursery of the mind. At this moment, as you listen to me, we are incrementally changing the past, present and future, but we must maintain this pathways for the changes to take effect, otherwise just like an elastic, time will revert us back to where we once were. As long as we are thinking and using thoughts to either visualize, to meditate, to wish or to hope, then we will remain in this loop. Furthermore, if you are a victim of your habits, behaviors, compulsions, it is because there are forces outside of reality controlling our choices. Depression, anxiety, fear, etc. These are common symptoms of a mind that wants to grow but is limited by the beliefs which acts like firewalls where fear is the final frontier before we can break this loop. To understand how to break these cycles, please register for our MetaTech Organica workshops.